Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation with a fascinating look into how we can influence people's behavior and beliefs. Today, we'll be exploring the idea of playing on people's need to believe and how creating a cult-like following can be a powerful strategy. This is Law 27 from our series, and it's all about understanding the psychological drivers behind loyalty and devotion. Over the next few slides, we'll uncover the tactics and insights that can help you build a compelling and almost irresistible following. So, let's get started and dive into this intriguing topic. People have this almost overwhelming desire to believe in something, anything really. It's a fundamental part of human nature, and what we can do is become the focal point of that desire. How? By offering people something to believe in that, honestly, has no basis in reality. It's about creating a compelling narrative that captures their imagination. Keep your promises intentionally vague so they fill in the gaps with their own hopes and fears. Emphasize enthusiasm over clarity and reason. Make your message feel exciting and inspiring, even if it's not entirely clear. Give them rituals to participate in, demand sacrifices, and provide a martyr or figure to worship. These elements create a sense of community and devotion. All of this ties into the bigger picture, how belief systems, whether intentional or not, shape our behaviors and societies. And understanding these dynamics is key to understanding how influence and control work on a deeper level. When we think about the source of belief, it's really rooted in a fundamental psychological need. This need forms the foundation of Law 27. What that means is, you're not necessarily offering the absolute truth. Instead, you're providing people with an escape, an alternative reality, if you will. It's like creating a new kind of religion, one centered around your persona or the idea you're promoting. In modern life, we're constantly bombarded with doubt, fear, and uncertainty. It's almost unavoidable. When people feel they lack structure, meaning, or control in their lives, they naturally seek something to hold on to. They look for a figure or a system that can give them certainty and direction. That's why belief becomes so powerful. It offers comfort and stability in chaos. Now, if we focus on anxiety and doubt, these feelings are precisely what drive people to seek out these new sources of belief. They crave reassurance, something solid to cling to when everything else feels uncertain. Understanding this helps us see why people are so receptive to certain ideas or figures, especially in times of turmoil. It's all about providing that sense of certainty that their minds desperately seek. He created a cult of distraction, deliberately stirring up controversy to keep the public engaged. By doing this, he gave people something to talk about and debate, making sure their devotion was rooted in the experience they had at his shows rather than the actual facts. Barnum understood that people crave spectacle and novelty more than the truth, and he mastered the art of the humbug. That is, presenting vague, sensational attractions like the famous Fiji mermaid or the tiny performer, General Tom Thumb. As the master showman, Barnum knew how to captivate an audience by playing to their desire for wonder and illusion, which is a key part of understanding how he built his empire. This approach highlights the importance of entertainment and spectacle in capturing public imagination. And it ties into the larger theme of how perception often matters more than reality in show business. All right, let's talk about the fifth step in the cult blueprint. Encourage members to recruit others. When people invest time and effort into converting new members, they become more committed and less likely to question their loyalty. This creates a cycle where the more they recruit, the deeper their bond to the group becomes. It's a way to solidify their attachment and ensure the group's growth. Remember, the more someone invests, the harder it is for them to walk away. So, recruitment isn't just about numbers. It's about strengthening the loyalty of existing members by making their involvement more personal and meaningful. Let's explore some of the key strategies that form what I like to call the prophet's toolkit. First, creating an aura of inaccessibility is crucial. By not becoming overly familiar and maintaining a certain distance, you amplify your divine image and keep followers intrigued and respectful. Next, it's important to exclude skeptics. Never get into debates with critics. Instead, define them as outsiders. This helps strengthen the bonds within your own group and keeps the focus on your message. Dressing the part also plays a significant role. Wearing symbolic or theatrical attire adds an air of mysticism and authority, making your claims feel more compelling and larger than life. Then there's the money element. Demanding financial contributions or sacrifices makes the belief feel more real and valuable. It deepens commitment and shows that followers are willing to invest something tangible. Promising happiness is another powerful tool. Offering a definitive end to suffering or doubt, even if it's just an illusion, gives followers hope and a sense of purpose. Finally, be the rock. Project absolute self-belief and certainty. When you exude confidence and conviction, it reassures your followers and eases their anxieties. All these points tie back to the overall theme of shaping a compelling, authoritative presence that sustains and amplifies your influence. When an audience is fundamentally skeptical, it's crucial to be strategic with your approach. Instead of relying solely on illusions or tricks, I recommend applying Law 15, crush your enemy totally, or Law 26, keep your hands clean. These laws emphasize taking clear, decisive actions that leave no room for doubt. In today's world, we face a more cynical and interconnected audience than ever before. If your claims are too outlandish, or if you push your rituals or tactics too quickly or disruptively, you risk facing immediate and crushing skepticism. People are more aware, more questioning, and less easily convinced by superficial tactics. And here's a key reversal to keep in mind. When skepticism strikes, it's often best to confront it directly and decisively. Trying to hide or gloss over doubts rarely works. Instead, you need to demonstrate strength or clarity, show that your position is solid and well-grounded. That's how you turn skepticism into a strategic advantage, reinforcing your credibility and moving forward confidently.